Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our second run of fun for the evening. For those of you watching this archive-wise, yes, we are playing Spider-Man Maximum Carnage, which was based off a early 90s Spider-Man crossover storyline. But yeah, for the archive edition, folks, my last episode of Sigma Star Saga, when we completed the game, ran short. So we're gonna do a little run of this, kind of a sneak preview of this, mostly because it's not the easiest beat 'em up in the world, so I can't even guarantee that I'm gonna get past the first level or two. Drinky drink. Yeah. Stop talking, Carnage. Let's go. Alright, alright, that's my jump. That's Spidey shield. Webby shield. Alright, that's punch, and that's okay, that's my web swinging. So yeah. I played this game back in the Super Nintendo days when it was relatively new. I'm going to say brand new because it was a rental thing, as I didn't own my own Super Nintendo. But, you know, I would occasionally, like, have buddies, you know, I'd borrow it from or whatever. You know, I would get access to a Super Nintendo, and, you know, I'd go out and I'd borrow, you know, or not borrow, but I'd rent some games from the rental store, which was a thing back in the day. You really young children, go look up rental stores. You know, you'd rent a movie for a couple days, or you'd rent a or you could, you know, you'd rent your video games for the weekend, and they were good times. You know, it was a good way to, you know, for you know, for a few dollars, woo, I can stick to walls. But yeah, it was a good way for a few dollars you could kind of figure out if you really like a game, you know, try it before you buy it kind of model, which was good, because, you know, honestly, there were a lot of games I rented. I didn't regret renting them, but you know, whether it's because they were super short or woo, or just generally, there wasn't much to them one way or the other. It's like, well, you know, I don't mind paying, you know, a few dollars, or more importantly, you know, let's be honest there, especially when you're a kid, asking your parents to spend a few dollars. Yeah, get my heart. Wait, I want to go up. I saw something else. Yeah, alright. There it is. Ha ha ha, extra man. Extra life. One up. Whatever you prefer to call it. But yeah, you know, you'd rent games. It's like, well, you know, it's not that I regret playing the game, but I really don't need to play it for more, you know, more than a couple times. It's like, yeah, I feel like, you know, it was good. It was fun to play for variety, but not something I'm going to see myself playing over and over again over the years. Another heart. Yep, keep my life up. You know, yeah, you had a lot of games that were like that, and so nothing wrong with game rentals. Okay, hold it. It's my big pop. Power hit. Haha. Oh, it's the bosses. Yeah. Alright, now I know, folks. Yes, I'm a male character, and yes, I am fighting female characters. It's not a thing. It's okay. These are gang members. I don't want to say gangsters. It's more of a mafia, you know, old school mafia kind of thing. But these are gang members. They are not nice ladies. They are not innocents. There's nothing to read into. This is simply a superhero fighting criminals. Let's not... I know this is asking a lot from people, and I'm not completely dismissing anybody's feelings, but it's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes criminals are a certain gender. Sometimes the crime fighters are a certain gender, and you just have to make do. Let's just appreciate the fact we have strong women that are leading the gang here. Although they don't have super strength, so I still beat them up. But it cost me a life, so they put up a good fight. It's all the soapbox preaching you're going to get. But yeah, I rented this game a couple times, and I didn't get very super far. Whoop. Yep. Too low. Had to climb a little bit higher. This is a tricky part right here. Like, I'm not even... Okay. Flip over now. Wait for it. Whip up. Oh, dang it. Should have been a little higher. Whip. 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 Ooh, that was close. Ah! Oh, that knocked me so far down. Now they're really like you would think like I fell down the middle. So cheap. Dang it. Dang it. Oh, I'm all the way back down to street level. You are kidding me. So that's what I'm saying. I have I remembered this stage existed, but I completely forgot the rhythm of it. Like, this is... No. Okay, back this way. Oh, don't hit me, yes. No. Okay. I didn't get all the way down to street level. I'm okay. Where's the next at? Look, Drew's at. Okay, good. Caught the window ledge. What? No! Oh! Man, you gotta make me do this whole thing as one, on one life. Like, what's the point of even having multiple lives on this level? So annoying. I'm gonna be hating life if I gotta redo stage 1. I mean, I advertised the game was hard. I admitted I probably wouldn't get super far because I haven't played this in a while. I mean, I have played it more recently than those old console rental days. Oh, okay, that's fine. I got on the windowsill. Whip. Okay, here we are, up to the boss. Okay, we're good now. Woo! I'm about to say. But at that point, I did use cheat codes just because I wanted to see the rest of the game, and you know, it's a thing. But yeah, oof. Okay. Oof. Yeah, this is just gonna be difficult. No, not the bear hug, Oh god, I don't know if I'm gonna get past this stage. Oh, okay. That's right. Storyline wise, you don't have to. You don't kill the doppelganger. It stops before his energy bar is gone, which I think is really neat because it's like the character's around for the rest of the crossover, so it's like, well, he's gonna show up again in later levels, so let's not have you deplete the energy bar. Yep. Alright. Alleyway. Alright, so, yeah, the climb and the boss there is kind of one... Excuse me. Okay. See if I can do this on one life. No, that's not right. There we go. Web you up. Haha. Ah, wasted my power hit. Okay. And in classic fighting game fashion, what was a boss on a previous level gets a reduced energy bar and becomes a regular mook. So, you know, again, it's not a thing. Yeah. Is a gang member first and foremost. Woo! Look at that. Oh, I cannot believe I missed everybody with something that big. I'm an idiot. It's okay. Oh, heart. Yes, more life. More life is good. Come on, there we go. Throw him that way. Yeah, you just gotta make do with what you got sometimes. Yes, continue. Okay, good. Okay, now that I'm in the alleyway with a full set of lives, hopefully I can beat this level. Duck and dodge, because now it's getting a little more difficult. Now we're getting to the point where the enemies are going to swarm you and sneak up on you. Got to use all my spider agility. And, like, I got to say, like, a lot of the early superhero games, and I mean, you saw, I played a couple of them on another stream, because they were both horrible and super difficult. I'm not going to say horrible. They were, like, both way too difficult. Ah, there we go. Now I got them. Now I use the dumpster effectively. And the energy. Yes, I like the energy. Thwip. Whee! Oh, no, let me have this stuff. Yes. Oh, yes, extra life and refilled health. Yes, I like that. Oh, that was such a nice, happy little secret. I'm going to be honest, folks. I legitimately, completely, 100% forgot about that. I was just messing around with the web swinging. I'm like, oh, hey, I can climb up in this section. I will say I don't know if I'm going to find any of them before I lose all my, continues here or whatever, but, because the Maximum Carnage comic book crossover had Spider-Man getting help from various allies, besides Venom, because, he got billing here in the game too, the other characters, instead of being full playable characters, became like items you could pick up, and then you could at your leisure summon that specific hero to show up for a few seconds and do this like super clear the screen attack. But again, yeah, like you had to find them to do that. It wasn't like, oh, we're just gonna, you're just gonna have them. Yeah, it was kind of that game's version of, like in, a lot of the arcade games, the big, as I said, screen clear. So it was a good thing. Like I said, I don't remember where they're at. I don't think they appear for the first few stages. But, you do have them later in the game if you keep your eyes peeled for them. And they can be very useful for some of the later boss fights, too. Like, you can use them against bosses, because there will be points in the game where you're fighting, like, kind of like the first level, where I had to fight the two gang leaders. There we go. Sally. Like Mustang Sally. Sally Field. Sally from Charlie Brown. Which, yeah, that was his sister, so I guess it'd be Sally Brown. And then... Oh! Only got an exclamation mark. I don't know what that was. Oh, okay, so here's the boss of this level. We got Cody. You can tell because he's got a bigger energy bar. And he's a jumper. Look at him. He keeps trying to... Oh, there he goes. There's your little jumpy jump. You can't out-jump Spider-Man. Oh! But Dagger comes to the rescue. And Cloak teleports me away because he's my buddy. Good old Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, see, this was referencing in the comic books. Cloak and Dagger helped you. Because you actually did get messed up by gang members. Because when you get knocked off the roof in the comics, you, like, broke your ribs. Or Spider-Man broke his ribs, I should say, yeah. So that's like, again, I like how they recreated that in here. Hey! Doppelganger's back. Pow, kachak. And see what I was saying just a moment ago about two villains at once? Like, this is not an uncommon thing in this game. Fortunately, they're just red energy barred, so they're not like double green because they hit really hard. I need to get like one of them down, so I'm only focusing on. Because if I can focus on one of them, neither one of them are hard on their own, but they're very good at like these tag team hits. So you keep hitting until. Okay, good. Doppelganger left. Should be able to beat Shriek now. Woo! But yeah, I was saying earlier. There we go. Okay, Shriek's gone. Oh, like right as it killed. Right as she killed me. So I just lost a life there. Yeah, Carnage apparently kills Dagger, who is Cloak's longtime superhero partner and occasional romantic interest. They have a complicated relationship. And her real name is Tandy, so. Venom! Carnage. Yeah. Alright, so, and this is the other fun part about the game, okay? I'm going to switch over to Venom, just to kind of show you how Venom plays. When you change hero, it's actually a branching path thing. So it's like, even if you get really good at this game and can beat it, like, if you always play Spider-Man, yeah, San Francisco has street punks that dress in the exact same attire as New York street punks. Fascinating. Remember, this was the 90s, before we had digital wireless technology and social media. You couldn't just coordinate national movements, but yeah, so like if you just always pick Spider-Man because you like him, you're not even seeing all the stages in the game. It's like the game's design where you have to, even if you beat the game, you have to play it through. Ah, come on, where's my wall stick? I know Venom can wall stick. But you have to play it through twice, minimum. Even if you are just like a master at beat 'em up games. Donk. Donk, yeah. See, like, because Venom's just physically larger, symbiote shield. Like, he makes the ground quake when he walks. Yeah, it's... But yeah, all in all, a lot of the early superhero games didn't do a good job translating the characters. But I always had to get... Oh, God. Dead in already? Please come on. Say I got one more continue. Yes, okay. Alright. A little more Venom time. But yeah, this was one of the first games that was like, it really kind of felt like a good translation of the character. You know, as I said, Venom is definitely the muscle character, and he does play a little bit different. Come here. Spider-Man, as you saw, has a lot more like agile jumping to him. So even though they have the same basic moves, they both web swing, they both grab, they both, you know, can do the little long distance, get over here. It's like, it still feels like two different characters, which, you know, is always a nice touch. But this is I've always felt like this was a fun beat 'em up, especially for the Super Nintendo. And given it was a Super Nintendo original, and like, yes, Final Fight 2 and 3 were technically Super Nintendo originals, but they were sequels to an Look, ladies, I appreciate it, but I can't handle all three of you at once. It's dude, did you like one hit KO me? What the heck was that move? Like, you saw that. I had just died. And then she hit me with something, I immediately died again. I legitimately want to go... I don't remember that happening in the, you know, when I played this game back in the day. I want to go back and rewatch that video. So was that like a... I don't know, if we have some experienced Maximum Carnage players, because I know there's a fan community for this game online. Like, I want to watch that and see if that was some kind of glitch. Because I feel like the game just stole a life from me. Okay, and that was my last continue. Well, okay, so that's... Let's see, what are we running at? Alright, I don't know. Well, this episode's still a little short, so... We're going to just... Real quick, just run through that first level again. See what's what. Start game. New Yorkshire, yeah. Just to kind of just add a few more minutes to here and let me finish my thoughts. But yeah, this was a really good... This game really felt like the first Spider-Man game that kind of was fun to play and, you know, felt like I was playing Spider-Man. Like, it's not just, oh, it's a fun beat 'em up. And it is. It's for a beat 'em up that was not, that was a first for its franchise, and it did get a sequel for the Super Nintendo, Separation Anxiety, which we may look at another day. Certainly. But yeah, for a beat 'em up that was not, you know, a sequel to an existing arcade game, or even or just technically the arcade port, like Final Fight 2 and 3 were. This game did a really good job of building a game. And, you know, I think like this and the Death and Return of Superman that we've already played on the channel, which again I think was a two-parter, well, part and a half, which we were able to beat thanks to a internal cheat code that didn't give you infinite lives, but it gave you the ability to constantly refill your lives. So as long as you refilled them, when you got down to the last life, you had functionally infinite lives, which I thought was nice, because when you realize a lot of these beat 'em up games translated back to the arcade, it was a good recreation of the arcade, where it's like, hey, you can always pop in more quarters to continue playing as long as you have them. So it was a neat little virtual recreation of that feeling of, oh, I'm running low on lives. Hold on, let me get another. Let me get a few more quarters prepped. Yeah, this game, as you saw, you get 3 lives if you don't find the extra ones. 2 continues. So, if you, assuming you don't find any extra lives, it's like 9 lives to play the game. And, I mean, yeah, they give you healing items, which any beat-em-up game should do. Was it up there? Is it? Yep. Okay, haha, there's the 4th life. Just to remind you folks, if you ever get a chance to pick this game up and play it. So, like, that would be interesting. I mean, obviously, you'd have to renegotiate rights with Marvel, but it would be interesting to see, like, a collection of the different Marvel beat-em-ups, because you had the Captain America and the Avengers that we played before, which is super hard. You have this. You have its direct sequel, Separation Anxiety. It would be interesting to see on a modern, like, a company get the publishing rights and the to these games and the licensing from Marvel. It's like put together a retro beat 'em up Marvel collection. Okay, my accuracy was a little lower than last time, but that's okay. Alright, so see if I can do this climb without dying this time. But yeah, you can't really tell right now because, I do play with these games muted, so it doesn't interfere with my narration, but because I really don't want to have to fight with the game audio. Okay, not too bad a fall. Oh, come on! Come on, a little higher, this way. Okay, got it. I think I can make it. I think I can still make it off 1 life. There we go, okay. Yeah. We'll replay a little bit of this. But yeah, this game's actually got some really cool music to it as well. Like, very upbeat, very energetic, really makes you want to, like, get you jazzed about, saving the day from all the super villains and their crime. Whee. Yeah, I've lost 2 lives. 2 lives and 2 levels. You realize it probably would have been 3 lives if I hadn't gotten those healing hearts, but, I mean, that's just like, beat-em-ups are kind of hard to play by nature of the genre. They're not designed to be the easiest games in the world. Honestly, I'm going to say it. We had mentioned it earlier. I'm surprised I beat Final Fight 3 legitimately. Like I honestly, you go back and play it. When I beat it, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm going to the end. I beat the guy. And it still came down to the wire. It ain't TMNT3, which is another beat 'em up style one. Both those games, I got down to the very end and just barely squeaked by beating them. So, but you know what? I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here. We got a pretty good length on this video. It's short, but if you combine it with the video that I also did today, it's 2 shorts equal about 1 standard one. And that's just the way it goes sometimes in this streaming world, folks. Things happen. I don't really believe I'm going to get much farther in the game than I did that first run through, so let's not stretch this out and have to watch the same levels 5, 6 different times. But I thank everybody for watching. As I said, I may play the direct sequel, Separation Anxiety, one day. But you know, it's been a long day, and you know, sometimes we just kind of have to take what we can get in life. So, I encourage everybody that watch this playthrough to go ahead and watch the Sigma Star Saga finale. It's, you know, it's also real short. In fact, go ahead and watch the entire Sigma Star series. But we're going to go to some other games next week. I think for a little while, especially, you know, that with October coming up, and I like to do some Halloween horror theme stuff, as you can dig through the archives and see last year. But I think we're going to do some short run, you know, 1-2 part games for a little while. And then go back to some long form games, maybe in November. Maybe not, depending on what I feel like playing. But please watch the entire archive and subscribe to the channel. We have got, obviously, the Bardic Plays, which is for you live streaming folks. So I do this every Tuesday night. For the YouTube channel, which is Roulette Productions, you can subscribe to that, and these videos, along with the full archive, is up and updates Wednesday mornings. We have the Friday Ramblings that I host, where I just talk about pop culture in a lot of fun ways. We have Generation eXpletive, which is me and my buddy Rich. Sometimes James, depending on which alias he feels like using. He has a few of them. We have his tool-assisted run playthroughs. Which is, he tends to do a lot, because they are tool-assist runs, he tends to do a lot more of the classic shoot-'em-ups and just generally highly difficult games. And, you know, it's content most days of the week. And lots of archive stuff for people that want to catch up or have something to watch on the couple days of the week we don't post new content. For now, I'm going to say goodbye. And I hope to see y'all again in the future. We're going to see Spider-Man in the future, I'm sure, in one game or another. Probably not Carnage, because he's a jerk. And I hope everybody stays good until next time I see you. Bye-bye.